I'm going to continue covering the playoffs, so we're going to do another podcast for the Pelicans. Now, the Pelicans are like the Milwaukee Bucks, who I'm going to do next for the day. They going home. They got a chance to win two games. Both games have been close in game one and game two. I know game one, Golden State got out to an early lead, but the Pelicans showed that they can compete with them. Anthony Davis took over game one. Game two, it was in it, but Eric Gordon had a couple turnovers. He missed a spot up three that would have had the game close. But at the end of the day, the Pelicans, what they gotta learn how to do, they need a better coach. I don't like Monty Williams' adjustments. I don't like Monty Williams what he's doing with the team offensively. I think they need Drew Holiday to come back and get them at least 10 to 15 points and like 5 assists and 3 rebounds, at least one steal off the bench. Ryan Anderson being complete garbage. They need Ryan Anderson to come in and step up and get at least 10 points off the bench. Like, they almost there to beat the Golden State Warriors. I said they're going to win at least one game. It looking like they can win two games. If Ryan Anderson and Drew Holiday can step up, Drew Holiday didn't even play game two, let alone he should have played something, because game one he didn't play that good. They need Drew Holiday to at least come in and get 10 points. Ryan Anderson need to get 10 to 15. He really been horrible this series. They really need him to play defense, and they really need him to space the floor out, especially for Anthony Davis and on the clear outs when he going against Draymond Green or Andrew Bogut. They need this floor spacing. They've been using Quincy Pondexter to space the floor. I like that. But Omer Ashik has been off and on. He's been hot and cold. He's really on the floor, really to protect the paint, get offensive rebounds. He did his job in game two, but he's going to have to be able to finish above the rim or draw some type of fouls on Andrew Bogut, because he's really a dud out there. He's just really there for the rim protection and the rebounding. But other than that, he's really a liability because he can't score and he can't make free throws and he clogs up the floor spacing. So I don't really like Omer Ashik. They probably gonna have to run Anthony Davis at the five and let him stay close to the paint and get some to protect the paint and get some rebounds, because they're gonna stretch him out with Draymond Green at the four. So if Andrew Bogut is in the game, he really ain't gonna do anything offensively. So they can actually put AD at the five, because Anthony Davis don't have to worry about banging with Andrew Bogut, because Andrew Bogut is not really a post scorer. He can post up, but he don't post up in Golden State. So they're gonna have to figure out, probably play Ryan Anderson at the four, Tyree Evans at the three. Well, they don't have to do something at the 3 point at the three position too, because they really need to keep Pondexter probably at the three. Eric Gordon and Tyree Evans. They might have to, even if Drew Holiday do come back, probably run him at the point. They need some kind of floor spacing and some type of defense to keep Golden State perimeter players in check, which they have trouble doing. And Omar Ashik just gonna have to figure out what he's gonna do, because he's not really doing anything. His rebound has been high, his protection has been high, but he has to get Bogut in foul trouble. He has to make Bogut work for his passes. He really has to step up. And like I said, the biggest person that needs to step up in this series is Ryan Anderson. He was a difference maker for the Pelicans 2 years ago. Ever since he got injured and got his new contract, since he just really been struggling. And if they want to win this series, he gonna have to at least give them 10 points off the bench. Cause like I said, he would have gave them 10, they would have been close in the game. The Pelicans bench is just not stepping up, and that's why Drew Holiday and Andrew and Ryan Anderson has to come and really bring the game to a whole nother level, because Anthony Davis played 45 minutes and he got worn out. He was tired. He had to do so much work. Eric Gordon stepped up. Tyree Evans stepped up. But Golden State is 9-10 deep. They need players to help the starters out. Anthony Davis shouldn't have to play 45 minutes if Ryan Anderson steps up. This is going to be an ongoing problem if the Pelicans want to win a game or two. They're going to have to need their role players to step up. Eric Gordon needs to make better decisions with the ball. I know he can score. I know he can shoot. But if he's going to have the ball in his hand and pick and roll or try to create stuff off the dribble, he has to make better decisions. He's turning the ball over way too much. He's doing too much. He's forcing up things. He's forcing passes. He's getting lost when he's getting dribbling. He's getting lost in passes. He's throwing bad passes because he got locked up. He got to be a better decision maker when the ball is in his hands. Eric Gordon decision making has been disgusting to watch. Tyree Evans has played good, but he needs to knock down his free throws. If he's going to get to the paint, if he's going to draw fouls, he got to at least shoot the free throw at 75%. He's shooting horrible, and he misses like like 3 out of 5. No, I mean, well, he makes 2 out of 5. He got to make at least 3 out of 5 or even 4 out of 5 if he wants to win this series. He got to be at the free throw line, and he has to make them. Anthony Davis is doing his job. His teammates just need to step up. They've been in striking distance in game 2. They made proper adjustments. They still kept the game close. Now it's going to come down to execution. Can the New Orleans Pelicans execute down the stretch to beat the better team? When you are a team that's weaker or got less talent, the little things that matter most. If you don't get that rebound, you don't get that steal, you don't knock down that 3-point shot like Eric Gordon. He had a wide open 3 and he missed it. Now they down. Then Golden State came back and scored. Then they were down by 6, I think. So if he would have made that 3, they would have been down by 2. So you just got to look at things like that. The little things matter, especially in the fourth quarter. You don't get them rebounds, you don't get them steals, you don't make them free throws. Next you know you're down by 4-5 with 2 minutes left instead of down by 2. Now you got to work even harder on the defensive end. It hurts you. So Pelicans are a young team, and this is the way they're going to have to win this game. Execute in the fourth quarters and keep the game close. Let Golden State earn their W's. You may not be better, but make Golden State respect you, and that's something that the Pelicans going to have to do. Anthony Davis, you doing your job. It's time for your teammates to step up and execute in the fourth quarter, and the coach has to make the proper adjustments. When Steve Kerr has certain lineups out, he needs to call timeouts. He needs to make the adjustments to always have the best lineup possible for the lineups that that Steve Kerr has out. I don't think Monty Williams is coaching his ass off. I think he's not making the proper adjustments for the certain lineups that Steve Kerr put out on the court. Steve Kerr has been out coaching Monty Williams, and if they want to win this series, Monty Williams is gonna have to catch up and coach and make the proper adjustments, and he hasn't been doing that in the first 2 games. Even though game 1 and game 2 was close, if they want to win, the team has to execute, and the coach has to put them in a position to win and make sure you got the right players out at the right time and the right rotation out. When Steve Kerr makes a certain adjustment, he needs to come back and make the right adjustment to fight it off, because the playoffs are all about adjustments, and I don't think Monty Williams have been making the right ones in the fourth quarter, and especially in the third quarters when they go to their benches. He really haven't been making the proper adjustments then. So let me know what you guys think. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. If you're new to the channel, check out my older video. Like this video, like my older video, subscribe. Quinn Wade, Basketball Analysis, signing out. Peace. And the Milwaukee Bucks will be up next.